amendment bills to President Muhammadu Buhari for assent. The Senate directed the Clerk of the National Assembly to transmit the amendment bills to meet the requirement for assent as provided in Section 9, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution. According to the Senate, the concerned bills have been approved by at least 24 states' houses of assembly as required by the law. A total of 44 amendment bills were considered, but 35 met the requirements. Judy?
Yes.
What's this about?
You know, this whole constitutional amendment, when you look at the Constitution, the 1999 Constitution as amended, there are all kinds of loopholes, lacunas that people exploit. So we have to constantly look at that Constitution, and in the practice of democracy, we see areas that we need to tweak, you know, so that we can achieve the goal of real growth and development in our country. So I am personally disappointed that some of the real amendments that we expected to see happen.
Yes. The number of items
on the altar of selfishness, these rubber stamps calling themselves houses of assembly across our country, state house of assembly, they refuse to let it happen.
Because
you'll find a situation in which some houses of assembly will approve autonomy, the financial and legislative autonomy for local governments. Some states will say no. So they couldn't achieve unanimity on that matter. The issue of state police was also something that good number of the states assembly wanted. But in the end, we couldn't get 24
out of 36.
Yes, we didn't get 24 to agree to it. You know, we couldn't get. I don't know what the fear is about. The Deputy Senate President expressed his frustration that state assemblies frustrated the autonomy for local governments power. You know, because state governors
joint accounts with the state governors
tend to dominate them, you know. So, but in the end, I saw some of what the bills that they passed to Mr. President. Bill number 5, change of name of Egbado North and Egbado South local government areas of Ogun State. Change of name of Afikpo North and Afikpo South local government Ebonyi. Correction of the name of Atisbo local government area of Oyo State. Correction of name of Obiakpo local government Rivers. Financial autonomy for state legislature and state judiciary. Of course, that one concerned them. They quickly
passed it.
Yes, the removal of traditional lawmaking powers of the executive, separation of the office of the Attorney General of the Federation and the state from the office of the Minister or Commissioner for Justice. You know, that one too had been an issue on the front burner for some time. So these are some of the ones that they readily agreed to, but Nigerians are not happy that they dropped some very salient,
Yeah, the issue of autonomy, financial and legislative autonomy for local governments was considered by 27 House of Assemblies, while only 24 passed it. But even while passing it, those 24 also put a caveat that they must look at state police, state judiciary, like the NJ, like we have NJC. They also want a state judiciary commission that will be able to appoint chief judges for states, because now it is the NJC that still ratifies the appointment of judiciary even at the magistrate level. So they also want they want to streamline the procedure for all the orderliness of all states' House of Assembly. So
okay, Majid.
Things that bothered that has to do with them are the things they are pushing forward.
I'm afraid we have to leave it here today. Mojid, thank you for joining us, and BQ, thank you for your contribution. Up next is TVC News.